There are absolutely times where I was thinking, you know, oh, why am I sailing alone and why don't I have a roller furler or anything? So that's what you see me do at sea, that you're like, oh shit, if she had a roller furler, that would be easy.
I very much loved your comments on my last video and looking forward to all your lovely comments on this one. And if you can subscribe to my channel, that would mean a lot to me. But first, we will fly together over the bay of Marsen, Cove, Marina. As you can see, it is ebb tide. And it's lovely to see how the houses are situated around the harbor. As we slowly zoom in to Loveworks.
I'm currently in Marsen Cove Marina in Whangarei in New Zealand, and I'll explain why I don't have and will not take a roller furler. Since a lot of you are helping me out with all lovely comments and ideas and tips and questions, a lot of the questions go around the roller furler. When I left, I had options and I choose not to. And I talked to my sailmaker about it and a couple of other people and made I think a good decision, which is not always easy when sailing. There are absolutely times where I was thinking, you know, oh, why am I sailing alone and why don't I have a roller furler or anything? So that's what you see me do at sea, that you're like, oh shit, if she had a roller furler, that would be easy. And you know, if I would have a roller furler and sail around here in the Bay of Islands or in Auckland, all the islands over there, it's like, you know, pulling the roller furler, pulling the rope of the roller furler and getting, hey bye, and getting the sail out is so easy, much easier than how I now do it. But the main thing of my trip is doing long legs, like days, weeks of sailing. And yes, then it is not always easy to change sails, but I have more time. A really awesome day. So much help on board and so many things to talk about. So let's talk about the roller furler first. So the guys from Independent Riggers here in Marsen Cove Marina, they were asking, like, do you have already made up your mind about roller furler? Because we have a second-hand one. It's a Harken, so it's a good one. And if you really want it, then you only need to adjust your sails. I'm gonna walk with you here, and it's a little scary because there's no railing anymore. Yeah. So then we start talking about it. Jack, he is an avid sailor, like racing and everything. So I could see that from the moment I met him. It's just the way he looked, I think. So we were talking about the roller furler, and he said, well, you just need to adjust your current sails. And I was saying, yes, but that means no, of course. And he said, just, you know, adjust your current sails. And I said, well, that's not happening because the Genoa 1 is like, oopsie, not falling overboard here. The Genoa 1 is a used sail. It's my largest sail, it's a really big sail. And it's thin material and already older. So that won't be the right sail to roll up, to furl. And then the other sail I have is the Genoa 3, which I can zip and roll in to make it a high spec fog or a Genoa 4. And it has horizontal sail battens in it. It's very stiff material, so that won't work either. And he smiled and said, yes. So then I said, what I really would need is the Genoa 2, which I have at home. That is obviously not a problem. They could send it over here, but it's already an older sail as well. So I might as well want to have a new Genoa 2. I'm gonna walk over the boat, try not to fall over, to take you with me in my story. So, let's turn around. So, having the Genoa 2 on, we were talking about that. Well, let's make a new sail and furl it in. And then because he's a racer and a good sailor, obviously, he said, well, you can like make a bigger sail than the Genoa 2, like in between the 2 and the 1, so that you still have the advantages of your Genoa 1. Otherwise, you know, in light winds, you wouldn't go as fast as you would like to. And I love that idea. So taking it from that point, he said, and then you furl it in until you have the Genoa 3. And that's the max you can do. So after that, you would need your storm jib. And I was like, no way. Then there is like a big hole, like a big issue, because in between the Genoa 3 and the storm jib, which I've never used yet, is my high spec fock. My high spec, so, or the Genoa 4, like, you know, the roller zipper reef. And then we looked at each other and said, well, that doesn't sound like a good idea. So I asked him if you were going to sail the Indian Ocean towards South Africa and back to Holland in a 27-foot boat, having the current rigging set up, what would you do? And then he said, I keep the current sails and the current situation. Just like my own sailmakers in the Netherlands already told me. To make it clear, hopefully for once and for all, but probably not, because I get so much feedback about why don't you have a roller furler? This is why I don't have a roller furler. I have something else. I'll take you with me outside again. Just a second. Voila. I'm out and about. So, what I came up with, and that's the idea, taking me around the deck once more, is I'm gonna have a turtle bag. So a turtle bag is this. I'll have a bag around the railing here, and at the beginning of the bag I will have like either a steel thread or a line, so that all the hangs that are cleated on here will be cleated on this line. And then I have a bag with a zipper, and I can take the whole bag back away from the stay. And if the bag is away from the stay, then the other sail is free to well, get the wind as it's supposed to be. And for me it's easier because the Genoa 3 is like very thick material, and it costs me lots of energy, and it's hard to fold because of the horizontal battens in it. So keeping that sail on the railing and then adding the Genoa 1 on top of it, and then taking the turtle bag back from the railing and give the other sail more space, that's the plan. Thanks very much for watching this video. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. Not a lot of people do that actually, but it would help me a lot. So thanks for that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to read all your lovely comments. It's really fun to do that. And a special thanks to all my patrons. If you want to become a patron, it's patreon.com/loveworks. Or for one-time or monthly donations through PayPal, it's paypal.me/loveworks. It's very, very beautiful here. I enjoyed it a lot, and see you soon. Bye!